Can't just tease the kids like that. You just did a dog DNA test. Did you do that yourself or did you do that for your dog? Are you looking for a little lineage? You're worried. I mean, what?
Yeah.
There's some,
It's,
okay.
my
Do
wife gave it
tell.
to me as a present, because Parker's my buddy.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm just curious what he is. How much
He's a
beagle is he? How much coon dog is he?
he's a fat
You know,
little beagle with a good suburban lifestyle. I mean,
Yes,
I
he's
think that
living large.
he's doing all right, if I do
Yeah.
say so myself.
Yeah. So well, I mean, it's like what types of illnesses they get. So it's a big history of you know DNA data. So anyway, I'm interested. I'll let you know how it goes. I
Now
just mailed it. I just mailed it in.
you do know now that your dog is going to be part of a national DNA database and that he could get linked to a crime, or they might,
True.
some other Labrador in another state that might be linked to him might be used in a court of law. I'm just saying. So
It's true. But we could find some unique relatives, perhaps.
there might be some royalty,
Might be some royalty in there. Might be
you
some
know.
Paw Patrol. Never
Uh,
know.
Paw Patrol, villainized for a short while, but did make a comeback as a law enforcement show. We are very positive and pro law enforcement here, so
There
very
you go.
much Paw Patrol. So, Stu, did
Yes.
something. Somebody said 23andMe just did huge layoffs. That's so
Oof.
random.
Wonder what's up.
I don't know why I think that's so funny. It's like, did we run out of people? It's like, well, we got everybody in. I guess we're out of business. You don't have me. Um, did you do that
I did
23andMe
not.
thing? Yeah, I
I
didn't
did
either.
not.
You don't need to know. I don't need to put that stuff out into the world. Okay, so Stu, we have a
Yes.
plan today, a plan that is a foreshadowing of things to come.
I like foreshadowing.
No more of this just random chatter. No more of this coffee talk. No more fun. It's only business.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We're still gonna have fun, but we're gonna try and take this a little more mechanical. Now we're gonna ease into it. You can't turn the ship overnight. Not everything's gonna change all at once, but we are going to take a more mechanically oriented approach.
I
And
like
I'll
that, Jim.
and I'll tell you why. Because one of the things that I notice, and then everybody's like, okay, so we're still just talking over coffee. He hasn't really done anything different. He's just talking about different stuff. Hold your horses. I'm setting the stage. So honestly, copying content's amazing. I use it all the time.
Me too.
Thousands of others do as well. Where the issue comes in is the bridge between, okay, copying content, I make my cool stuff. I make my sales letters. I make my ads. I make my blog posts and all the other stuff. All right. Opt ins, my emails. And then that's kind of like, we're like, yes, you rock. You're amazing. And then it's like, okay, well, we'll see ya. Hope you do something with it. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
mean that's the way it is. Yeah.
so what I want to do is start focusing more on what's next. How can I get you closer to getting that actual result? Because the result is not the sales letter. The result is the sales letter posted somewhere hooked up with somebody being able to give you credit card, Venmo, PayPal, or their currency of choice. Honest to God, that's the end run thing. It's not creating the ad or creating 12 different ads. It's showing you how to get it loaded into Facebook and how to actually run the ads, tweak the ads, and do all that stuff. And so, one way that we're going to help you with that is to start showing it from start to end. And we did a show, gosh, it's been 6 years since we've done it. It's been a while. It was at the other house. We did a show called Funnel Fridays that people dug it. And the premise behind it was, hey, we're going to show you, you know, how to put up an entire funnel in one day. And that was impractical because you can't put up a whole funnel, or actually it was put up a whole funnel in an hour, because
Yeah.
you're not going to put up your whole funnel in an hour. You know, the whole premise was Jim will write the copy, someone else will put up the site, and at the end you get the site. But the real draw on it was you came to get all the free share funnels and stuff. So this is going to be a little bit different in that we're going to attack it building block by building block. And so some of the building blocks will be smaller than others, others will be bigger, but in the end, we're here to help you to assemble these things into a final result, like a sales. So for example, so we've been going through and doing the 8-hour book sprint. We just finished that up yesterday. Have people already have their books done, got some video testimonials that have come in. I haven't even looked at them yet. And so now it's like that thing, okay, my book's done, now what? Well, next thing to do would be setting up a book funnel, right? So how do you set up a book funnel? Where do you set up the book funnel? What are the parts? And I'm going to show you, because it's like we've been half pregnant, and now we're going to have the baby and start making more babies. Okay. Stu and I are going to make babies here right in front of y'all. Wait, that metaphor has gone way too far. Stop. Pull back. He was in the Navy.
Yeah, I
So
understand what you're saying. We're just finishing the whole project.
we're just
I mean,
finishing it up.
we have been the foundation of a project
Right.
for years. Now we're
Correct.
just peeking it out, building that
Exactly.
pyramid.
So, and I've been debating, you know, we've said we're, you know, before we showed like ClickFunnels, and then we showed Shopify. We've done a bunch of stuff with Go High Level. I mean, you name it, I've used it. But we're going to make a commitment. And so pretty much what we're going to do as far as the demos and stuff, and we may show other things along the way, but I will just tell you pretty consistently, we're going to be demonstrating through a specific platform. And that's going to end up being Go High Level. But if you haven't signed up for Go High Level yet, don't go sign up just yet, because we're actually putting together an amazing offer that is going to be our Black Friday deal.
Oh,
And so we're negotiating with them for some special perks and some other things. I just literally got off the phone before we got here with my affiliate manager, and I've got a meeting set up with the affiliate manager and the business development director on Friday. And so we're putting together an offer of all offers to go with it. And that's going to be our Black Friday deal. So I'm letting the cat out of the bag now, 2 weeks early. That's fine. What I'm saying is we're going to be demoing pretty much moving forward. Go High Level is what we use. We're putting 7 figures through it. We believe in it. That's what we're using. That's what we're going to demonstrate. So that's what we're going to do. But don't go sign up for it right now. Let me get the offer put together for you. Okay. Okay. Now, if you can't help yourself, Susan can throw our affiliate link in there if she wants to. If she's got it, I don't have. She said I ain't got it, so I don't.
yeah.
Actually, I have it. Um, so I'm gonna grab it. Here we go.
How's this different from funnel scripts?
We're not going to talk about that right now.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk about something more fun.
Okay.
But I just want to get her the link. So I'm gonna throw that in here. There's the link, Susan. I don't know if you want to set up that's our link. So if what? Would you like to come in? She's like, no, leave me alone. That's the link. I don't know if you want to set up a redirect or something like that. Don't have to do it right this minute. Bottom line is, this is my public declaration that this is what we're doing. Okay. If I'm going to tell you the difference between something and something else, it's that the proof is in the pudding. Don't just listen to what people say, watch what people do. Watch what people are using, watch what people are supporting, watch what people are actually telling their friends and customers to use. And that's the best way to look at it.
Oh, that makes sense. Absolutely.
So if you go ahead at some point and you sign up through us, even before Black Friday, I'll make sure you get the Black Friday deal. So good example of the kind of mechanical stuff that we want to teach you, talk about. And so, hang on. So, no, I don't want to send them there. So we'll just we'll hold off. We're putting together an offer for a 30-day free trial for you guys. And so the link that I just sent her only has a 14-day free trial. If you want to go sign up now for it, that's fine. If you want to wait and do the 30-day free trial, that's fine as well. So, I guess I'm jumping the gun a little bit here, but I'm excited because I got off the phone with the guys, and anyway, let me take a deep breath.
And it just so happens to be working with how we're evolving. So
Exactly.
It works out well.
So here's an example of what I'm talking about. This is stuff that's been in copy and content forever. And so, as you know, we have inside of copy and content, we have all of our maps. And the maps are tied to specific outcomes. So that's where I bring up, we just finished the 8-hour book sprint. People already got their books done, published on Amazon. So what's next? Well, the next logical thing, and we've talked about this in the past, is your book can be the basis of your business. In order to do that, you need to set up a book sales funnel. So we have created these maps where it lays out for you, this is what you got to do. Here are the steps. Here are the different genies and stuff that you use for each one. So you can use sales letter genie, VSL genie, order form genie, order bump genie, OTO genie, all that good stuff. And we've got all the directions. We've got the stuff laid out and the specific genies that you can use. So even though we show you how to use the genies, it's like, hey, so like the sales letter genie, this will write an entire sales letter for you. So I got the example here, C-Ray sales letter in here for Daddy Fight Club. I click on this and it's going to write an entire 9-10 page sales letter. So this could just as easily be for your book. So then the question becomes, okay, great, I got it done. Now what do I do with it? So I'm a member of copycontent.ai. What do I do with the thing? Well, that's what I'm saying is finishing that last mile, whatever they call it. There's some trite phrase that goes with like bottom line at the end of the day, this is the last mile or the whatever they call it.
Just one more hill.
Yeah.
Final hill.
That's what we're going to be doing. So doing this sales letter and translating this sales letter over into a sales letter funnel probably isn't going to happen in an hour. So maybe it takes place over a couple of shows. One show is getting the thing over there formatted right up, and then the next show would be hooking up the credit card and hooking up the emails and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that people need to know and need to see.
True.
And quite frankly, it behooves us to show you, because if you're signed up, the only way you can use copy and content is if you're signed up through copy and content. And the only way you can use the Go High Level is that if you're signed up for Go High Level. And if you're signed up through our link, I'll have a bunch of stuff that corresponds to this, like funnels for doing your sales letter, funnels for doing your book sales funnel, funnels for doing your opt-in pages and stuff. And the cool thing that we can do, they have this thing called the snapshot that we can add to over time. So, and if you have access to our snapshot, then we introduce like new funnels, new templates, new follow-up and stuff like that. You'll have access to it. So just as a quick example, like for a mechanical thing, all right, what's the normal order bump for a book, Stu? What's like the default order bump?
Free ebook.
No,
Go with it.
dude. Once
What are
they're
you talking about?
buying your
Oh,
book,
I see what you're saying. You buy the book and you go to a program
no,
like
mate,
a
no, order
coaching
bump, order
order
bump,
book.
order bump. You're thinking OTO.
Yeah.
Order bump. Usually something small, relatively inexpensive, an impulse purchase. You and I
Oh,
did
okay.
it
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
this.
Gotcha.
It's typically it's
Copywriting
what?
secrets.
Yeah.
It's another
What?
book.
No. Well, it's a version of the book. Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
What
You're
did you and I sit down and record?
copywriting secrets.
The audio book.
Oh, the audio book. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Stu's like, look, dude, all I did was interview you for the audio book. I wasn't in on them royalties. And how many did you sell? Like 30,000. Where's my cut?
I wasn't saying that.
My undying
I had
thanks.
fun and I learned. I was glad you read it to me. It
I'm
was awesome.
kidding. But what I'm saying is, dude,
I got you. Audio
the
book. Okay,
simplest thing,
my mind is there. Okay.
okay, so the simplest thing is like audiobook. So imagine now we're teaching how to do a book sales letter funnel. And it's like, hey guys, so once your sales letter set up, make sure you have your order bump done, right? Right. So we're going to go over the order bump, Genie, and we're going to create an offer for the audiobook.
Nice.
So who here has written a book recently? Ooh, Stu has. Stu, what's the title of the book you just wrote and published?
The Ageless Athlete.
All right.
Fitness over 50.
Is that the Ageless Athlete like dash fitness over 50 or
Yep.
just
Well,
okay.
that's the subtitle. Fitness
Is it
over
in
50.
parentheses or is it just
It's a dash right
okay,
next to it. Yeah.
cool. I just want to do it right.
Yeah.
Fitness over 50. Okay. And it's a new fitness book,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
now this is super easy. What's our bump product? What are we offering as the order bump?
We're gonna do an audio book.
An audiobook version of the Ageless Athlete Fitness over 50. You see what I'm doing here, man? I mean, this is just
I
like,
do.
but the beauty of this is, man, I mean, when you see the copy that this does is it's mint, man. So what do you think the regular price for the audiobook would be? Like 29 bucks? Say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But that sounds about right, right? Like
Sure,
29
sure.
bucks. What's the special price going to be? How much extra?
$9.99.
$9.99? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You want to do $12.99?
Sure. $12.99. It's even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much you selling the book itself for?
22.
Okay, so
95.
that's pretty sweet in there because the order bump, I mean, there's all kinds of schools of thought and stuff on it, but the bottom line is you want it to just feel like a no-brainer deal. So what's 13 plus 22 is like 35 bucks is something like that. It's under $40. You can play with it.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're going to write your order bump copy. So where does the order bump go? The order bump goes either on the order form itself, on the order page, or right before. It's like a second option, like option 2, depending on how you do it. So again, even I just said that. You're like, dude, it sounds good. I want to do this. I know you've told me in the past 20 to 50% of the people will take the order bump, but mechanically I don't know how to do it. And that's the thing that I want to fill in the blanks with on the show. That's the thing I want to say, okay, hey, we got this. We're actually going to go set this up. We're actually going to do it, show you how to do it, as opposed to just talking about it. So, but this is pretty good, man. Yes, I'll take the audiobook version of Ageless Athlete Fitness Over 50 special offer. One-time offer, just $12.99. That's a steal compared to the regular price of $29. This exclusive deal won't last long, so act fast, grab your copy at this special rate. Imagine mastering the secrets of staying fit and vibrant well into your 50s and beyond, all while enjoying the convenience of listening anytime, anywhere, especially on a walk or at the gym. That's just what I'd put in there. With
I
the
like it.
audiobook version of Ageless Athlete, you can absorb powerful fitness insights, motivation, and tips while on the go or relaxing at home. Don't miss out. Click the box below to add the audiobook version of Ageless Athlete Fitness Over 50 to your order now. Dude,
I like that. That's good. Now I got to do an audiobook.
well, you can read the book to me. And
Yeah,
unlike
you know
you,
what?
who were,
I got to figure out how to do an audiobook, but with the workout. You know what I mean? Like walk people through the workout in audio.
I think that you should have the audiobook version with a bonus that has videos. I don't like that they can access online. I
Okay.
don't think you're going to walk some that would be like trying to explain somebody how to tie your shoe orally. You
Yeah.
imagine trying to instruct somebody
Oh, I
on how to
know.
tie their shoe over the radio.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So
I agree.
I think that would be the juice wouldn't be worth the squeeze on that.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. My ebooks have video links in them compared, the book. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
I would just tell them, as a special bonus to the audiobook, you have links to this other stuff. But let me ask you, and this in all seriousness, okay? How how long would have you taken you just to even write up that quick little snippet? And would you have written it as well? And
No, that's a good order bump.
right.
Yeah,
So and
definitely.
it's got a little polish pass here that not sure how polishy it'll be, but it'll shorten it up a little bit. Yes, I want the audiobook limited time offer. Snag this exclusive deal at a fraction of the regular price. Unlock secret staying fit and vibrant audiobook. Listen anywhere. Go relaxing. Don't wait. Exclusive offer won't last. Click the box. Secure your copy now. So that's not.
It's pretty good.
Oh my god, dude! I'm such a 3-year-old. Um, that looks like the guy's running and farting with the emojis. Just saying, that's so terrible.
Yeah.
Grow up, Jim.
Yep.
Um,
So I don't run on treadmills.
So the other cool thing, and you may not know we have this in here, you're wondering what's the save block thing. So dig this. I click save block, and then I'll call this Stu's order bump for ageless athlete. So I click save, and now I can come up here. There's a new section you may or may not know is here.
Sorry.
You gonna make it?
Did you hear that sneeze? I thought I audioed.
No, it just sounded like you were wrestling with your microphone.
Okay, good. Good.
That's good. That's all it was. So up here you have these 4 blocks, says save content blocks, or over here on the left-hand side it shows save content blocks.
Right.
So I open that up, and now you see this Stu's order bump for ageless athlete. So now I got a bunch of different things I can do with this. All right. Number one, I can download it. I can just download it as a little HTML page. All right.
Sweet.
So I have that. I also can click on copy, and I can now copy this as formatted HTML. So this you could take and throw over into your HTML editor, or on this raw HTML, you can click copy, and now you can take this HTML and put it in. So anywhere that you have access to an HTML or embed code or anything like that, where you can put in HTML stuff, you just throw it in there, and it's
Perfect.
formatted the right way. It doesn't have any extra stuff. It shows up and looks the way it's supposed to look. Or it doesn't have extra crap in it so that you can make it look amazing.
I tell you what's amazing, Jim, is that used to be so complicated,
Hmm.
you know, and you've made it an easy button. And showing people how to do that is going to be enlightening as well. You
Right.
know, how to actually use that format, because it is easier.
So the same thing. I mean, we can, order form Genie. We can mess with that. We can show like the OTO page. Um, the OTO page. Let's say, like let's say we wanted to offer something, and I'll just load this. Let me make sure. So this is the OTO one-click upsell next logical step Genie. We also have, you might need to update this one. We got the OTO offer Genie that'll help you plan it out. Let me go to the dashboards because that one isn't the one I was looking for. We got a couple different ones. So we got the offer profile full stack, got the offer hot button, offer stack, OTO offer Genie. Yeah, that one, this one over here, I gotta update that. Okay, so anyway, this one we can load our avatar, we can load our profile, we can load our offer.
Nice.
And so this one's been updated to make things a lot easier. So let's say I want to load my copywriting avatar. All right. I can also load my profile of me as my copywriting background, copywriter. So I load that. And then I can load the offer. Let's say I want to do my offer of Jim's sales copywriting critique offer. So now 85% of this stuff is all filled in. And so all I have to do is go back and fill in the stuff about what they just bought. So again, what did they just buy? I can say, hey, again, what if I was going to do this from the book? They just bought Copywriting Secrets. Well, I can't spell it, but I can do it. It's a book. Get more clicks, sales. That's the payoff. Get more clicks, sales, and profits. Right. Amazing, high converting copy. And area to focus related to what they want them to buy now. Get my personal help with your sales copy and messages. Okay, so now I can click build and it's gonna write my OTO. So again, we can reducing down what used to take 2 or 3 hours to write this. We can reduce that down to 10 minutes. But then the question is, okay, what do you do? How do you record the video? How do you put it up there? Okay. So this thing right here would have taken a while to do. So now we can spend the show and say, okay, you know what? In this episode, we're going to talk about how to record this. We're going to talk about how to record this on video and then put it up on Vimeo or do whatever. And then the next one will show you how to put it on the actual page.
Nice.
So, because in the past, this is where we've stopped. It's like, hey, so now just go record it. Well, how do you record it? How do you light it? How do you do it? Where's the thing? All that good stuff. So we're just going to bridge that gap. If you guys want us to. If you don't want us to, then we'll just keep talking about coffee, which, don't get me wrong, coffee's amazing. And then the other thing is, as we keep doing this, I think people will get more excited I think it would actually, I think it'll be cool. So I'm excited. So that's just kind of an example. We're just, taking the stuff that we're doing with the maps and the process and all that stuff. We've been showing you how to create the copy, how to build the content, how to do all that stuff. So now we're just going to take it that next mile. And the big thing also though is that not to get, I tend to get a little bit overzealous at how much I think we can accomplish in like an hour.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have to dial it in a little bit more for better pacing. Cause like, if you see what I'll do in an hour while I'm just sitting here doing my own thing, you'd be like, holy crap. But I can't expect other people to do that. And so that's why we're thinking in terms of these building blocks and stuff and laying it out, so people know where we are, what we're doing, how we're getting it done. So what you can do is just make sure that you're a member of copyandcontent.ai. Keep your eye out for the special offer that we're going to have for you with Go High Level, because that's going to be the primary thing that we're demonstrating on moving forward. And, the cool thing, I've got other reasons for you to join through us. We're going to have the snapshot, we're going to have bonuses and a whole bunch of other stuff to go with that. But that's the plan, Stu.
I love it.
That's all I
Love
got. Is there anything else that we need to talk about, or?
Oh, let's see. What have I done recently? I have done some rewrite Genie work. Some old stuff that I'm making new again. I highly recommend that. I'm talking articles I wrote 10 years ago.
Now, when you're rewriting them, you're okay? So you're updating them. Are you repurposing them at all?
I'm updating them. I am changing the publish date on them, but keeping the same address. Newer pictures, new offers in there. Update, new programs that I've created that are related to that article. Because I realized some just needed updating, but also, in a moment when I knew I needed to get something out that day and I just didn't have anything on my mind.
Right.
If you need a go-to, take something you did years ago, run it through that rewrite Genie. Then the rewrite Genie, one of my favorite things about that one is it gives you 10 ideas for future projects, related, semi-related to what you just did. And now you have a laundry list of things to do for the next month that can really be helpful for you. So it's, if you haven't done any of those, you need to, because that is one of my favorite things to do now. And I've always, and it's funny, Jim, because about every couple of months I get a new favorite Genie. I've gone through an evolution of like the Hidden Persuasion Wizard. That was one of my favorites long before you created the Genies. Blog Post Super Genie, still a favorite. Rewrite Genie. Just so many of them. I've been doing the sales page Genie, just updating my sales copy. So yeah, it's been big help.
So one of the things that I've been using it for, and this is kind of a little hack, is going through and I'll show the Genie that Stu's talking about, and then I gotta pull my head out of my what and do this. This is, here we go. So this is the rewrite, repurpose, recycle Genie. So one of the things that I like to do, and one of the things that people complain about, rightly so, about any AI tool, is that if you don't, it's going to tell you what it wants you to tell. It's going to tell you what it wants to tell you unless you give it enough to control it. So like if you tell it to do something in 2 words, and then you're like, well, it sounds made up. You're like, yeah, it's made up because you gave it 2 words of instruction on what to write about. So it just makes it up. So one of the things that I've been enjoying and really getting good results with is answering a question and then using the rewrite, recycle, repurpose Genie. You can also do it in the blog post Super Genie, but just thinking in terms of, hey, if I want it to give me my content, I gotta give it my content to do something with. So we can do a quick example. What would be a question that you, Stu, just think of a question that we could write, pretend this is, oh wait, this is a podcast. So I could tell it that this was a question from a podcast and I want to repurpose it as an article with a checklist.
Hey, if you'd like, I have a question right now that I just started answering.
Okay. But it's a question that I can answer. Are you going to answer it, or am I going to answer it?
Well, I mean, I already answered it.
But did you do it orally? Did you just dictate it?
No, I'm going to text it to you, and you can just cut and paste and put it in there.
You're going to text it or email it?
I'll put it right in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Let me do that. I'll put it in the private chat. Here it comes.
Okay.
So this is my article today that I'm writing myself.
Okay. Did you put it in there yet?
I did not put it in through any of this. This is just plain me coming out.
Did you send it to me?
Oh
yet?
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, I just did.
Okay, so now this is a question. This is not your answer.
No, I answered it.
Where?
It didn't really differentiate. The last word of the question is Army officer.
Okay.
Right. So go from Stu to Army officer. Put that question in there, and everything else is my answer.
Okay. It
didn't
cut
give
it
you
off.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Is it a lot longer than that?
It could be.
No. Okay.
It is much longer than that.
Email me this, please.
Okay.
And that way I'll have the whole thing.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Got to get on my email page now. Here we go, Jim. All right. It is sent.
Okay.
Anyway, so somebody asked me a question and I started answering it. Sometimes what I will do is I will put that in the rewrite Genie and have a list of questions that it creates for me, because there's a little podcast section in there. And then I use that to discuss the article in a live Q&A podcast session that I do. So it is definitely being repurposed.
Okay. So that is the answer, but that is not the question.
Oh, the question's in the text that I sent you. I just cut and paste under the answer. Sorry.
I understand. I'm just.
You want me to resend you the question?
No.
Okay. Well, I will.
No, I got it. I'm pulling it from the other spot.
Okay.
I'm trying to build out the way I would do it.
Okay.
Okay.
We probably should have just done it the way you would have done it. And
well,
I interrupted you, so I apologize for that.
But I'm trying to be more inclusive and make you feel valued.
Thank you. I feel valued.
You're doing great. You're doing great. All right. Okay, so this is. All right. So when we got our question, we got our answer. Now, is a question and answer from a podcast. I want to repurpose this as an article for. Is this going to go on military.com?
Yes.
or for my column.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do 5 bullets. So the person reading this is going to be young people serving in the Army or serving in the military.
Sure.
All right. What do you want to invite them to check out at the end? Give me one of your books.
No.
Tactical Fitness. Yep.
Yeah, sure. Tactical Fitness, fine.
All right. And it's a book. This is just the stuff to do the call to action.
Right.
All right. So we'll do, you want to do instructional?
Yes.
All right. And you do, what do you do? What's your typical ones that you
I
go
usually
with?
do like National Geographic or Entrepreneur Magazine.
All right. I just did National Enquirer.
Hmm.
All right. Language style. Let's do concise, writing voice, active, perspective, second, American English. Speak American. That's a great line from Fury. Do you seen that movie with Brad Pitt? The tanker
Yes.
movie?
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm watching Inglorious Bastards right now just for fun.
Well, that's a fun movie.
It's a definitely Tarantino movie.
Yeah, okay. Question: as a former athlete preparing for military service, I prioritize cardio over strength training. Additionally, what role do calisthenics and cardio play in developing muscle stamina and endurance? In crafting your training regimen, it's vital to understand each component of fitness. And to compare to maintain your strength. Group workouts are likely to include calisthenics. Group workouts.
No, they will.
I know they will. It's not just funny, think of it as a group workout.
That's all it is.
So given your the continuous builds, evaluate, employ a training method called block period. So how does that read compared to what you would have? I mean, you kind of wrote it out. So,
It's
is
very
that
similar.
okay?
Yeah, it's very similar.
So it's very similar. So it's like, man, I don't know, it might clean it up a little bit, might do
Yes,
some other stuff, give
I
you
would
some
say it
other
cleaned it up.
ideas, come up with some cool hooks and
This is where I need it. Like, I'm not too bad at just the original content and the answer, but
uh-huh.
the hook right here, a title, I need a title. You know,
Ooh. That would be a grabber right there. Surprising truth about calisthenics, what every future Army officer needs to know. That's a good one.
I like that.
So let me show you my thought.
You know what I
Okay.
also like?
What?
The scroll down. One, the call to action. That's always good. Transform the first sentence hook. That's a no brainer for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Often I need
that one's
that first sentence to be a
yeah.
little grabbier.
The hook after the hook. Transition from
Yeah.
athlete to Army officer demands a crucial shift in your training focus that could redefine your physical resilience. Okay, dude,
That's
that's
good.
good right
That's really
there.
good. Yes. I like
That really
that. Damn, that's good.
that's a good one. As you prepare for military service, the choices you make in your training regimen now will profoundly impact your endurance and capability in the field and whether you get promoted or not.
Mm,
Oh, that hurts.
mm.
Um, you could actually, I'm just thinking about grabbers at the beginning. Transition from athletes and physical resilience in the pursuit of military excellence, understanding the delicate balance between strength and cardio can make or break your performance. And as I would use these as
Oh
like a
man, that's a
1,
great
2,
paragraph.
3, whack, whack, whack at the beginning bullets. If I was doing this as something,
Dang, that's a great
yeah,
idea.
that's actually really good. I need to,
But anyway, these are the reasons why I love this Genie, because it just adds little bits and pieces
uh-oh.
to it, almost like I'm going through and editing it
I
you know,
froze.
and
Did I unfreeze?
you're not frozen on my
The
end.
Elon, Susan, are you still with me?
I am.
You're back? Okay. I don't know who's freezing, you or me. Um,
Um,
so related topics. So these would be other things that you could create content on and then repurpose the content into question and answer from a podcast. Um,
there's usually great
so
questions on there too.
repurpose question. That was the one.
Yeah. In fact, the other day I used that one because I was doing a Q&A and everybody asked all the questions. I wasn't getting any
Right.
more questions. I said, "Oh, I got 3 more here from email." And I pulled 3
Because you
from
emailed it to
the
yourself.
I did. I went right to my email and emailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact, this question, Jim,
uh-huh.
that I'm writing about came
Uh-huh.
from this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what my thought was. And I'm gonna save this, but this was the thing I was gonna demo for you. Um, let me do a new project. Ask me the question, what's the secret to a great hook?
What is the secret to a great hook?
So the secret to a great hook is to know the audience awareness level. Most people think of a headline or a hook as a one size fits all. But there are a number of different stages of awareness that customers have, or potential customers rather, when it comes to your product or service. And that's going to dictate the type of headline hook that you actually use. So there are groups of people who are already aware of your product, they just haven't bought it yet. And so the primary thing you need to do with your headline hooks here is to tie your product or service to a need so that they see your product or service as the key to satisfying their need or solving their problem. Some people are aware that there's a solution out there somewhere, but they're not aware of your product or service in particular. With those people, you have to have a hook headline that grabs them based on the result or the need that they know they have. And then the rest of your ad or sales copy sells them on why your product or service is the answer. Another group doesn't know that there's a solution available. All they know is that they have a problem, or even worse, they don't realize they have a problem. They just know that they're vaguely unhappy. With that group, you have to meet them where they are. So your headline would revolve around the problem or the general sense of dissatisfaction that they're feeling. And then the rest of your ad or sales copy would bridge to the product as the solution. And then one other group that rarely gets talked about is the group that is so jaded and so over it when it comes to products and solutions that they're just not really paying attention. A great example of that is weight loss, where everybody's tried every diet and are very skeptical of the latest fad diets. With that group, you have to catch them at an oblique angle, such as talking about future events like a kid's wedding and being able to be alive for that, which is something you often see in quitting drinking or stop smoking products, that one is the hardest to do because it requires the most creativity. But if you will just make a distinction in your own mind about your audience's awareness level before you craft your headlines, you will be miles ahead of everyone else who treats the headline the same no matter who the audience is. All right, so that was my answer. I don't know, that took a couple minutes. So this is my answer to a question posed on a podcast, an article for my blog, professionals, copywriters, and content creators, copyandcontent.ai, AI copywriting software. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit. But that's kind of there really is no easier button. You just answer a question. I want it to be I'll do friendly. General writing style, do bottom line. That's my new favorite. Language style. Let's do informal. Writing voice, active. Perspective, second. America. All right, so let's see what this does. All right, but this is kind of like my secret weapon, content creation, knowing that it's mine and stuff. So to create an effective hook, start by understanding your audience's level of awareness. It's a common misconception that one headline works for everyone. In reality, potential customers fall into different categories based on how much they know about your product or service. First, target those who already know about your product but haven't purchased. Here, your headline should connect with your offering to a need. Make it clear why your product's the solution they've been searching for. Next, consider those who are aware the solution exists but don't know about your specific product. For this group, your headline needs to highlight the result or benefit they crave. Use strong language that resonates with their needs and follow up in your copy by explaining how your products answer. Then there are customers who know they have a problem but are unaware of any solutions. For them, craft a headline that addresses their dissatisfaction directly, tap in their feelings, and then lead them to your product as the solution to their struggle. Finally, we have the jaded audience, those who've tried everything and are skeptical. A good approach to this is to engage them from an unexpected angle. Use future scenarios like attending family event to highlight the benefits of your product in a relatable way. This requires creativity so this I would probably fix that because it left out the part that I wanted. But I can fix that pretty quick. In summary, before you write your headlines, clarify your audience's level of awareness. This simple step will give you a significant edge over competitors who use a one-size-fits-all approach. Tailor your message to meet each group where they are, and you'll see better results. That's pretty good.
Very.
And I can have it do some hooks, summary bullets, call to action. I'm very curious to see what it does here now. Understanding your audience's awareness level is a game changer that can elevate your headlines from mediocre to magnetic. Holy Nike. All of these are really good, dude. This would be like the stuff to use. Okay. Enchilada, related topics, and I just want to see what it probably give me some good ideas. 5 stages of awareness, a deep dive, tips, tricks, capture attention, emotions, drive decisions, successful. That's good stuff. Okay. So that's for those of you recycle, repurpose, it's the rewrite, repurpose, recycle Genie. So it's available inside of copyandcontent.ai. You saw us use it a couple different ways. Stu answered a question and we threw his answer in and it kind of streamlined stuff. And then with mine, I just kind of had my train of thought answer. It turned my oral answer into a written answer that was pretty damn good. Did leave out that one thing that I probably would have wanted to use, the example of the weight loss ads and the cigarette and stop drinking stuff, but that's easy. I'll throw that in. But think about how much time that saved to create that content. So there you go. So everybody, keep your eye out for all the goodness coming your way. Great stuff happening. Mark your calendar for our Black Friday. The beautiful thing about our Black Friday sale is that it's going to be free. So I don't know how the hell you could go any, you can buy our stuff and somebody else's because ours is going to be free. So there you go. So great job, Stu. Appreciate you, man. Excited about what we got coming up. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.